Hello everyone, welcome back. I guess, what's this, part 7? Something like that. Okay, let's go and get ye ol' shield. Whoops. Oh, there's money under his house, isn't there? Should probably try and get that. Easy. Should I talk to her? I think I'm going to talk to her. I don't need to, but there we go. So we got Omae doshitandai. So yeah, doshita, just meaning, you know, how happened, or, you know, as we've said already, what happened, you know, what has happened. And then this just requesting information more, not forcefully, but more inquisitively. Doshitandai? You know, what has happened. Ba-chan ni mo oshiete okure yo. Oshiete okure yo. Okay. So ba-chan ni mo, so to, to your dear grandmother also, I guess. Oshiete, oshieru means to teach. But it also doubles up as to tell. And that's what it's obviously doing here. Oshiete. That's the te form. Okure. I guess this is just, you know, okure is just... It's just kure with... So kure, it's kind of funny. Oshiete kure. It's kind of the... I guess it's kind of the imperative combined with like the... That kind of favour doing thing. Like oshiete kureru. It's like, you know, will you tell me for me? Will you do me the favour of telling me? But you'll often hear people just, you know, say, you know, te form verb kure. It's kind of a strong way of saying, you know, do this for me. For my sake, do this. And she's just put O in there. I guess that's just maybe kind of an olden way of... Maybe the honorific just used to be put on there, or maybe you still can put it on there, but people kind of don't so much. Oshiete okure. And then yo, just more force. So I think it's just saying, you know, tell your poor grandmother also, or tell your dear grandmother also, you know, for my sake, kind of thing. And then ariru wa dokodai. I can't help this voice, man. So regarding Aryl, you know, where basically. Mada soto de asondeiru daro. Oh God, it's really sad. So just like, you know, still, basically. Mada is still. Soto de, you know, and this de, again, marking the place where a verb is being done. So just, you know, at, outside, kind of. Asondeiru, she exists playing. Or, you know, less literally, that's just the, present continuous verb, isn't it? So, you know, she is playing, right? She is still playing outside. Isn't she? Kind of thing. We're going to have to tell her the terrible, terrible news. What happened to it? Okay. Oh my. Omae ga sagashite iru no wa moshikashite kore kai? I can't help myself. I just got to do it, man. I've got this old woman. I've got to do the voice. So yeah, basically we have this no war again. I can't remember when we first saw this, but you know, it's so useful. It's such useful grammar. It's crazy how used it is and how easy it kind of can be to use once you get the hang of it a little. It's great. So kind of just, you know, the searching, the you searching, the, you know, what you are searching for, basically. You know, moshikashite means like, could it be, possibly, perhaps, you know, sort of in a kind of a, I guess, you know, could it be that the case or whatever. And then korekai, you know, this. So what you are searching for, you know, dare I say, perhaps this? You're goddamn right. And then, oh my gosh. Motte oiki, motte oyuki. I don't know which reading that wants to take there. But motsu is to kind of just, hold something or to possess something or to have something. In this case, to hold, basically. But yeah, motte iku means to take. It means literally to hold and go. I don't know why she's put an honorific in the middle. And I don't know why she's ended it with a stem. The stem of the verb. But she has. But I wonder if it's just motte. People often say when they use the stem, they will usually end it with like na. Motte iki na. It's kind of a friendly, very familiar, family kind of way to, sort of give a request. Motte o yuki, motte o iki. I don't know which one that wants to take, but this can be read as yuku or iku. So I'm not sure there, but anyway, she's saying take it. Take it with ya. And here, of course, we have yusha no tate o te ni ireta. So literally, you entered into the hand the hero's shield, or you got the hero's shield. Yusha ga tsukatta to sareru densetsu no tate. So everything is modifying tate in this sentence. So it's kind of in order. It's the hero used supposed legend shield, or it is a shield of legend that is supposed to have been used, by the hero, or it is supposed that the hero used this legendary shield, kind of thing. That's what sareru is there. As I said before, suru can mean to like suppose that something is the case, or to consider something to be the case, and this is obviously passive, so the shield is being supposed to have been used by the hero, kind of thing. It is considered to have been used by the hero, or believed to have been, that sort of thing. Aru wo oshite shagande bougyo. This is like the same as in Ocarina of Time, I swear. It's like it's exactly the same. Maybe. So yeah, kind of, press R, basically. Shagamu is to crouch. And therefore, of course, because it's shagamu, the te form is shagande. So that's just a te form. And bougyo is kind of a noun, but it's kind of acting as a verb here, I guess. But this sometimes happens. You don't actually need to put like suru on the end to make it function a bit like a verb. It's kind of weird, but there you go. So aru wo oshite shagande bougyo. So press R, crouch, defend. And then eru chumoku chu ni aru de idou shi nagara bougyo mo kano. Let me just stretch a little bit because my back isn't good. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, L kind of focus, I guess chumoku, as we said, was kind of to focus. And then chu here in the middle, well, that's what it means. It means in the middle. Chu here means to be kind of in the midst of doing something. So in the midst of L focusing, and that's, well, I suppose ni is kind of in the middle of L focusing, via R. Ido is basically to move around. Ido, and then we've got the stem here. We've got suru to make ido, to make movement into a verb, basically. So it would be suru. But instead it's shi because it's the stem. And if you use the stem of a verb and then nagara, it means while doing whatever the verb is. So while moving, using R, bougyo mo kano. So defense also is possible, basically. Yeah, that's basically it. So in more natural English, I suppose it would be, you can also defend while moving if you... Oh, excuse me a second. Okay, sorry about that. I just had a delivery arrive. So, where were we? I was just putting it in kind of natural English, wasn't I? So yeah, in the middle of L focus. It's also possible. It's also possible to defend while moving. Basically, yeah. It's nothing, no information. I love that he's doing that. He's actually doing the pose in front of his grandmother, like. It's kind of canon that he does that pose. Okay, so we got doyara alilu ga sarawareta te yu no wa honto nanda ne. So doyara just meaning like seems, essentially. Ariru ga sarawareta te yu no wa. Again, we've got this no-wa grammar. So it's like the kind of the thing, or the kind of the saying of, quote, Arul was kidnapped. That's passive, of course. So yeah, the saying of, quote, Arul was kidnapped. Honto, like true, real, really, for real. Nanda ne, just kind of, I suppose that's kind of just confirming out loud with herself. Like nanda ne. It's really true, isn't it? But then the ne is kind of rhetorically, seeking agreement again. I can't deal with this scene, man. I've got to get through it. I'm going to tear up. Anna osanai ko naze. So Anna just meaning like, to that extent of her, sort of thing, to that extent of her. And then osanai is kind of young, I suppose, kind of, just kind of means young, doesn't it? Like unready, perhaps, kind of very young, childish, immature. Yeah, such a young girl kind of thing. And then ko is child, so to that extent of such a young child. Or so we know that some verb is going to be done to that child, but she doesn't state what the verb is. But then we've got naze, meaning like, why, and then obviously I guess she's so destroyed by this news that she can't finish the sentence or whatever. She can't say why was such a young girl kidnapped, and all of that. So it's a very sad scene, and the music doesn't help. Oh, all right. I'll save her. I'll save her, man. Don't worry. I'll be right back. How much money is under there, man? Because I don't want to. Is it? Wait, is it? Is there a grotto? It's like a little hole. What's even in it? Oh, okay. Hato no kakera o te ni ireta. So yeah, heart obviously is heart. Kakera is basically a fragment. Yeah, basically a fragment. Kind of just, yeah, that's it really. Fragment. Te ni ireta. So obviously you entered into the hand a heart fragment. Yotsu no kakera de hitotsu no utsuwa. So utsuwa, I guess, meaning a vessel? I think maybe is quite a weirdly good translation in this case. A vessel. So it's kind of literally like with 4 fragments, 1 vessel. And this is probably worth noting, actually, is that if you want to say things in kind of the English order, numbers and stuff, you can kind of do it by linking the counter with no to the noun. So yotsu no kakera. Otherwise, you kind of do it in reverse order. You kind of say kakera ga yotsu. So if you want to do it in the English order, you have to do the number and then no, and then the noun. Yotsu no kakera versus kakera ga yotsu. But yeah, I don't know, man. Just something that might make numbers a bit easier. Like rather than having to think like, kuruma ga 10 dai arimasu, you know, putting in kind of the Japanese order, you know, there are 10 cars, kuruma ga 10 dai arimasu. You can kind of flip it and instead link the counter to the noun with no, and say like 10 dai no kuruma ga arimasu, and then you just say 10 cars exist, or there are 10 cars, or whatever. So kind of a handy little trick if you want to make counters and nouns and stuff that little bit easier. Utsuwa ga fuereba laifu ga fueru. Okay, yeah, I guess that does work. So it's kind of like, you know, vessels, perhaps, vessels, and then fueru is kind of to increase, and that's intransitive. Kind of like no one is really making it increase. It's just if the vessels increase, kind of thing. We have literally got that as well. We've got fuereba. So if the vessels increase, and then laifu ga fueru. Life. Yeah. If the vessels increase, life increases. But just for a quick note, I guess the transitive of this verb is fuyasu. So if you are actually, if you are causing something to increase, if you are adding something, then you say fuyas. But if things just increase kind of on their own, then it's fueru. Intransitive versus transitive verbs. But there we go. Cool. I don't know how much longer. I don't know how long these guys are going to talk to me. I want like a good place to kind of duck out. I don't want to get stuck in like a 2-hour text extravaganza, like, you know. Okay. Okay. Zuibun furubita tate dane. So zuibun is basically, you know, very much so, or, you know, very, basically. And then furubiru, oh man, that takes me back to Breath of the Wild. I want to play that now. Even though I have Tears of the Kingdom. I haven't played it much yet. I should really maybe stop making these videos and play Tears of the Kingdom for a bit. But yeah, anyway, furubiru is like to get old, I believe. Or maybe, well, in this case, because it's past tense, to have got old, you know. Zuibun furubita tate. So it is very much a got old shield. Like, isn't it, basically. Ima demo tsukaeru no kai. So, now even, basically. Ima demo tsukaeru. Tsukaeru is the potential form. The verb here is tsukau, meaning to use. But tsukaeru is just potential, you know, can use. And then it's questioning it. So, can it be used? Can you use it even now? Maiya. So just, well, you know, whatever, you know, well, that's fine, I guess, you know, like, just kind of, I think this is pretty common, maiya, just like, well, whatever, or whatever kind of vibe. Sore ja, shukkou suru yo. So sore ja, just basically, you know, with that being done. And then shukkou, this is just used with like a lot of like vehicles. Like shuppatsu is usually what you will see, and it just means like to depart. But I guess in this case, because we're on a ship, she's using a different kanji with a different meaning. Shukkou. So again, just to depart, but it kind of changes depending on the vehicle, I guess, or it can do. Shukko suru yo. So with that, we will depart. Ikai, you know, is that okay? Are you fine? And then hi, just kind of, yeah, that's fine, man. Let's go. Nice. Okay, we have omae ganbare yo. So ganbaru is your base verb, and that's kind of to, you know, to do your best, to keep at it, to not, you know, to not be discouraged, to, you know, to keep going, to do your best. It's used so commonly in Japan. Ganbaru, and ganbare is just the imperative. So, you know, do your fucking best is kind of that's a really bad translation. But the imperative like isn't rude because it's just, you know, it's filled with encouragement, you know. It's like do your best, ganbare. And then yo, just, you know, just adding force, not really anything. And then Ariru-chan no koto yoroshiku ne. So I think it's like they are kind of leaving it up to us to go and get Errol. Why are they doing that? There's like safety in numbers and all that, right? You know, you can come. I mean, you know, all of you can come. Come and help. What are you doing? But anyway, they're kind of leaving it up to us to go and, you know, save Arul and whatever. And I don't know why Koto's there. That's kind of annoying. I suppose it's like, you know, things related to Arul, you know, or the in the case of Arul, or I don't know, man. It's weird. It doesn't really change anything. It just means Arul. Oh, I suppose you need it here because you're saying yoroshiku. I don't. Yoroshiku. So I think it's just kind of saying like, you know, it's kind of take care of Arul, you know, treat Arul well, do well for Arul kind of thing. I don't know, man. Who cares? And then karada ni kiotsukeru n da yo. So they love this unda as a way of telling someone to do something in this game. They love it. But then again, maybe they loved it back in the times when Zelda is set. You know, maybe that's how you said it. But yeah, karada ni. So I guess ni is just, as we said before, actually. We have said it already, haven't we? Ni is just the particle used when you want to say kiotsukeru, meaning to be careful of whatever ni is after. So karada ni kiotsukeru just means, you know, like take care of your body sort of thing in a quite a literal way. Just, you know, be careful, don't get hurt, kind of, you know, take care of yourself. It's Granny Chan. And itsumade yattendai. Itsumade, so literally until when. And then yattendai, yatteru, dai, like will you exist in a state doing what you're doing, perhaps, kind of literally. So, you know, how long are you going to do this? Anta, yappari iku no yamete oita hoga ii janai no kai? So anta, just you, obviously. Yappari, kind of as expected, as one should expect, as one would expect. Kind of on second thought. In a way, it's kind of like, as one would expect, as we expected from like the very beginning of things, should you not just stay at home? So I suppose in that sense, it's like on second thought, like we've come this far, but on second thought, sorry, as we expected from the beginning, shouldn't you just stay home, kind of thing? So it kind of doubles up as we always thought, and also on second thought. It's kind of weird, yappari, but there you go. Yappari iku na. I feel like she's omitting wa here. No, she's not. No, she's not. She's omitting o. She's omitting o from this. W-O. So she's saying, like, as we always expected, going, stop. Should we stop your going? Should we stop the plan of going? And then this is past tense of oku, meaning in preparation for the future. So shall we, for the sake of the future, so that you don't get hurt, so that you don't regret it, shall we stop for the sake of the future, so you don't, don't get hurt or whatever. So yeah, as I said, kind of very natural in Japanese to have oku or its conjugations, but weird to translate into English. But yeah, yappari iku no yamete. Shall we stop the going? Oh, sorry. And then hoga I. This basically means like kind of should do something, or it is maybe preferable, the direction of stopping as opposed to the direction of continuing, to again get quite literal. So, you've got two directions. Either we can continue going, doing what we're doing, or we can stop doing what we're doing. And this kanji kind of literally means direction. So I guess it's kind of like, as expected all along. Is the direction of stopping going actually the preferable one? Is it better to do that? Should you do that? And then Janai just saying, isn't that the case, basically? And then no Kai, I guess, doubly questioning it. Is it, isn't it not the case? It's kind of all these double negatives and stuff, but yeah. Sonnan ja, kore kara saki ga omoi yarareru yo. Okay. Let's just look up omoi yaru. Okay, good. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I shouldn't sit like this for so long. We've got to be considerate, to sympathise with, and stuff for this omoi yaru. But this is obviously passive. Sonnan ja. I wonder if this might be like a shortening of sonna no dewa. Sonna no dewa. Sonnan ja. Might have to ask, man. Sonnan ja. Sorry, I love that. I love the music in this game. Might be among the best in the whole series. Sonnanja, sonano dewa, sonan dewa, sonnanja, sorenan dewa, I don't know. Not really sure. It's something along the lines of Sonnanja. It's something like, in the case of, in this case perhaps, or if we do this, or by doing this, or something like that. Kore kara saki ga. So kore kara literally from this, but kore in this case meaning like this point or this place. So from this point in time perhaps. And then saki means the direction ahead basically. Or the direction beyond something. So kore kara saki, it's like, in the direction ahead from this point. And then omoi yarareru. Or omoiyaru is to be considerate. So is it to be considerated upon? Omoiyarareru. Or is it potential form? No, it's not potential form. Sorry. No, ignore that. Omoiyarareru. I'm not sure. I feel like I say that a lot. It's kind of a shame, but yeah, I'm not sure. Omoiyarareru yo. Omoiyarareru yo. But it's yeah, something along the lines of, you know, if we do this, you know, I feel like from this point also, you know, it's maybe it's like you know, you're going to be worried about a lot or something. You're going to, I don't know, man. I'll have to ask. Nandattara nanika ima kara demo shima ni modotte yarou ka? Nandattara? What is even this? Nandattara? Maybe this is like whatever the case? No? Nandattara? Or maybe it's like if you are thinking what, in a sense of, you know, if you're struggling between the two, I don't know, man. Ima kara demo, like from now even, shima ni, to the island, modotte yarou ka? You know, shall we, sort of, basically, shall we go back to the island? You know, even at this point, having, I suppose, sailed this far away, should we not just go back even now? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sorry. Does look a bit small there, Link. You might want to consider that. Okay, I guess we'll talk to her and then we'll leave it there, maybe. Omae? Fura fura shiteiru to minna no jama da yo. So I guess fura fura is just, you know, messing about, not doing anything. Kind of just, you know, being at a loose end, perhaps, you know, just kind of not knowing what to do. Just fura fura shiteru. Unsteady on one's feet, apparently. Stagger, reel, totter, dizzy. I don't know. Fura fura shiteiru. So yeah, kind of, if, basically, if you exist being fura fura, whatever that is, minna no jama da yo. So everybody's kind of obstacle. You're everybody's obstacle. You'll just get in everyone's way, kind of thing. If you exist fura fura. And then anta no koto wa niko ni makaseta kara. So yeah, the thing of you, things related to you, that in your case, kind of everything to do with you, perhaps. Your situation. Niko ni, so to Nico. Makaseta. Makaseru is to sort of leave in charge, leave some, you know, or rather to leave something to someone else. And so yeah, this is past tense, so, you know, she obviously left, you know, our situation to Nico to take care of. And then kara, meaning sort of so, I guess, or because I did this. Shita ni ite nani o sureba ii ka kiite na. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know what to do with this. So shita ni ite is just, you know, shita is down, below. So down, basically. So to below, go. And then nani o sureba ii ka, like what, I suppose, you know, if I do what is okay, kind of literally. Or, you know, less literally, of course. What should I do? Ka, just making it into a question. So what should I do? You know, kiite kina. So kiite means, like, you know, just to ask. Kiku doubles up as to ask and to listen or to hear. So it's a bit of a weird verb, but yeah. Kiite. So ask, you know, what. ask what should I do, you know, when you go down below deck or whatever. But the thing I'm interested in is the fact that this is key here, and I don't know if this is the stem of kudu. So she could be saying, like, you know, go and ask him what you should do and then come back. Or if it's the stem of iku without the e, because that does happen. I'm leaning more towards that second option. So I think it's kite iki na, rather than kite ki. So kite iki. And again, we've got this stem of the verb with na at the end in kind of a very friendly, kind of casual, kind of familiar way of giving a request. So she's kind of saying, like, you know, go and ask him, you know, what should I do? Yeah, go down below deck and ask him what should I do. I think is the idea there. Okay. Wonder where we are on the map at this point. Maybe we're just in a separate scene. I don't know. Anyway, all right. Yeah, that's that, I guess, for this video. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like if you like, don't if you don't. Sub if you want, don't if you don't. Be a patron if you want, don't if you don't. Thanks to my current patrons. Hope this was worth watching, and I will catch you next time.